I should,
oh my God,
I should not be walking backwards.
Are you kidding me?
That was one of the dumber things that I've done today. Oh yeah.
Don't kill yourself, please.
Okay.
We're here in Glacier National Park in Montana, and it is a gorgeous day out.
And today we're gonna show you some of the top things to do in the park, like driving along the Going to the Sun Road, stopping at Logan Pass, doing some hiking through the mountains, and definitely saying hi to some wildlife.
Hello, dear.
So behind us, this is Lake McDonald, and we're gonna walk up the river now, along the trail, and go check out the waterfall.
McDonald Falls Trail.
Hey dear. So right now we are following up, going to the sun, driving to the sun?
Going to the Sun Road.
Going to the Sun Road and just looking at gorgeous mountains the entire
it's
way.
Really pretty.
All through the trees. This is such a pretty road.
We don't need AC, we got the windows open.
It's great. It's a busy road, as you can see, with all the cars going by us. There's lots of pull-offs to take in the views. We are gonna keep going. We're just a little bit further up to Logan Pass.
Oh,
Snow. If it's too scary to drive this road, there is a shuttle that goes up and down it, so you can still experience it without the terror of, you know, looking off the edge over here. So even though the parking lot says it's full, it's always full during the summer. Just circle around a couple of times and you'll be able to get a spot. So here we go.
Update, we're still looking for parking. It's
Circling around.
10 minutes about?
Maybe. At least it's gorgeous here. Like you just drive around the parking lot and just look at mountains the entire time.
New update.
We gave up.
Yeah. So we're headed down to St. Mary's, which is going past Logan Pass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Along with all the pull-offs for the scenic overlooks, they also have some that are just for bathrooms. Look how tall this mountain is behind me. That's ridiculous. We're already at like 5,000 feet just at the parking lot. Pro tip, bring lunch, because there's no food in the park. So, my sandwiches. Let's keep going. As soon as that uphill starts, we slow down, huh?
My stuff's got a lot smaller.
We're on a little trail heading out to Sun Point in, I think, St. Mary's Lake.
Whew.
So we're here at Sun Point, and this shows us all the mountains and everything around us. You're awesome, hun.
Thanks.
Man, it is pretty here. Highly recommend coming over here. Knock it down. Alright, we're gonna go back up to Logan Pass and see if we can find a parking spot. Only about 5 minutes of circling this time and we were successful. So if you need food or gas, it's far away. There's so many flowers. So pretty. It's a ground squirrel?
Essentially.
You definitely can't lose the trail here. How is it?
It's not too cold. Like Sedona water, probably.
Oh. So we just slide down this thing then.
Yeah. Oh, big country.
They're so happy. This is so fun. There's so many goats. How you doing, Ace?
I'm tired.
That is the longest 1.5-mile hike that I've ever been on.
It's beautiful though. Absolutely beautiful. The whole thing. We saw so many mountain goats.
And the trail is relatively flat, like the path behind me, or it's all boardwalks. Super easy. You can do it in sandals, except I recommend something with a little more padding because you step on these rocks and they start to hurt. 75% of the ice in glaciers melted since 1850. You gotta get here fast. Supposedly by 2020 there won't be any glaciers left.
Next we are headed to the Highline Trail, which is an 11-mile trail, but we're only gonna do part of it because it's like 5 p.m. Which goes along the edge of the mountain.
So they have a rope, more like a garden hose to hang on to if you want, because the heights are no joke here.
I'm just not looking down, and if I do, I grab on. But it's a pretty wide trail, so it's not actually that scary. This is the scariest part right here for me. Like the narrowest, steepest part of the trail where it's just like, oh, if any of these rocks slide, you're going with it.
Yeah, that is quite the fall down there. I think you're doing great, hun. I probably shouldn't do this in sandals. Although, honestly, it's more comfortable than the other trail with the rocks and stuff.
I'm freaking out right now.
We read that it didn't matter what season you come, this trail is always covered in flowers, and it's always pretty. Right now, we are in mid-August, so this is what you see in August. We also read at the visitor center that Glacier National Park, the tagline is the crown of the continent, and the Highline Trail here supposedly is the best trail in the entire park. So this is like the crown jewel. So what do you think about the trail?
The trail is not something I would normally do, but it's not as scary as I would picture it in my head either if I was told I was hiking on the side of a mountain with a rope to hang on to.
What I love about this trail is that you get the epic super high up in the air scenery without having to do any of the work.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have to hike up 6,000 feet to get this view.
And it's a great view, and then the flowers on the trail is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Along the way. So pretty. All the purple, pink, and yellow.
I love it. You've got a couple of options when you're hiking the Highline. You can go out and back, turn around anytime. We turned around after about a mile, which we thought was great. You can go all the way down to the chalet, which is about 6.5 miles out, or you can hike 11 miles down to the loop trail and then come back. But that's a long hike.
Hey, running the trail.
Do you feel safer on that side of the rope, hun?
Yes, I do. It's like a seatbelt.
Issa's conquering her fear of heights.
Nuh-uh. I was checked into this. Did not know it was on the side of the mountain.
I didn't tell her any details about this at all. But she's doing it. She's awesome. I should,
Oh my God,
I should
are you
not be walking backwards.
Are you kidding me?
That was one of the dumber things that I've done today. I really wanted a shot of Issa walking along the wall. In my defense, I had looked back and knew the trail was wide, but I forgot to look at the bumps and I tripped over all of them.
My cheeks hurt.
That bird just came and flew right next to us. So this sign marks the continental divide. A little known fact, there used to be an East and a West America, and the two continents collided together and formed this mountain, this range right here. It's amazing.
That's a lie.
It's tectonic plates, but they did meet and form this mountain range. So that's it from Glacier National Park. Recommendation?
Oh yes, totally come, because it's amazing, and if you can, stay multiple days. And we were thinking, because of parking here, it was so packed, either come early in the morning or in the evening, and then just kind of pick some smaller trails in between.
Yeah, and the park is 30 bucks to get into, but it's included on the annual pass,
yeah,
which we have, so totally worth it to get that pass. That thing has saved us so much money. We're gonna head down the going to the Sun Road and show you some views along the way.
I'm gonna watch the road so I don't slip off the edge of it like Brian.
Everybody's slowing down. Let's see what they're looking at. That's what they're looking at. I'm gonna put up the window. What's up, Bear? Yep. That's gonna stop traffic. Oh, he's coming out. No big deal. Oh yeah, and you should subscribe because we got a lot of fun stuff. We got a couple thousand more miles of the road trip coming up. Where are we going?
We're going to Vancouver, and we have a special place we're going to that we're not telling anybody yet. And
yeah,
Seattle.
so make sure you subscribe, and we will see you on the road. Bye.